of last year.
I keep doing that. I keep calling it
It's
2020.
really
I know
hard,
I
man.
didn't do it last week, but I did the week before, and I'm just like, it just rolls off the tongue so much easier with the
Yeah,
2020.
2020 rolls off the wrong.
I get all
Off the,
worked up, and I,
I
I,
can't
I
even say
get
something.
my promo going, and then I fuck it up.
See, you got to keep calm and collective like me.
I'm not. I want to build the hype. I want people to be excited. I can't get you excited. I want to get them excited. Oh
Well,
man.
NECA did get me excited, so.
Oh, they got a lot of people excited. So huge week for Turtle fans.
Fired off, yeah.
So starting off, we've got Super7 announced their next wave of reaction figures, which includes Casey Jones, Busted Foot Soldier, Sewer Samurai Leo, and Sewer Surfing Mike. All four are available for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store for $17.99 each, shipping Q4 of this year. Meanwhile, and more importantly, NECA announced a new Shadowmaster Super Shredder figure inspired by the Playmates mail-away figure, and that is coming to Walmart's. And of course, someone already has one in hand to compare the regular version to it, and the pictures that you're seeing are provided by JJ_try. I believe that's on Instagram. And NECA also had a merch box for their Toon Turtles pop up on Walmart.com. It's not orderable yet or anything like that, but it's just the listing's there. And it seemingly will include a Shredder figure, which is kind of confusing considering it's the Toon Turtles, which is usually a Target thing. And then Randy took to Twitter to tease their Splinter's origin story set, but the biggest announcement was the launch of the NECA TMNT Loot Crate Series 2. This time around, you can purchase any crate separately, and pre-orders are up for the entirety of a month. However, if you order all four together, you get the bonus figure of Crag, who Randy did kind of confirm will include parts to become his bat transformation, much like with Vern, with the rat, like were-rat parts. As far as the crates themselves go, the movie crate will include Danny from the first movie, shipping in August. The arcade crate will include Armagon, Giant Shark, which is shipping in September. The Mirage crate will include the Menacing Mutant Shredder from the Mirage comics, obviously, shipping in October. And the Toon crate, which is my personal favorite, will include Donnie the Dark, shipping in November. Each crate is $49.99 plus shipping, or $219.96 altogether for all four, with shipping included. So I do want to point out there was some really weird FOMO marketing on their website, and it's created a lot of controversy. So if you go on the website and you go to pre-order it, literally right below the pre-order button, there's a bunch of graphics. One of them is like, order now, it will sell out. And another one is like, don't miss out, the last set had figures that sold for upward of $300 on eBay. And I'm like, well, one, you get 4 weeks to pre-order this. This is made to order. This is not a sellout situation.
Right.
And two, the only one that sold for close to $300 was the combination of Rocksteady and Bebop in the bunny suit. If you just sold one of those, they were not $300. Like, the only one with $300 was those two together. The other two maybe sold $75 to $150 depending on how quickly you got it up on eBay. But yeah, so it's a little misleading, but I get it because not a single one of these characters is anything less than a deep cut. So it's not like last time around where you had the Shadow Shredder from Mirage. You had the glow-in-the-dark electrocuted turtle from the arcade game. And then you had Rocksteady and Bebop. And even with the movie one that they did separately had Spirit Splitter. All of those were still main characters. Where this is very much so a lot of side characters or weird variations of a character.
Yeah, which personally, as a Turtle fan and collector, obsessively a collector, I absolutely love. This is what I've been wanting from NECA. I've had 15, 16 different versions of the Turtles, maybe more than that, right? So I've had all of that. Obviously, way more than that if you include the Playmate figures that I have. So getting some of these things that I would have never even guessed that we would have gotten, a Danny figure, seriously, that's so random and so cool. So I could understand for someone who is either a looking to like purchase this and try and come up like they did on the last Loot Crate set, it's probably a little bit of a bummer because realistically, the people who are gonna like really want this, and especially the amount of time that you have to order it, they're gonna jump on it. And then adding on the fact that you can choose which box you want, that probably does kill the third party market, which it's surprising that they're advertising it third party
Well, I
market
think
at the
they're
same time.
really
It's
trying
so
to get that
weird.
FOMO, because if they
Yeah,
convince you that, oh, you might miss out on this, then you have to pay more for it, then you're more likely to be like, well, I'm not gonna kick the can down the road and potentially miss it. I'm just gonna order it right now, which they need
yeah.
because these aren't characters. 100%, none of these characters would have done well at retail.
Right, which is fair, and that's honestly like the last box I didn't get in on part of it because I don't know, my mind stayed at that time. I was like, I'm not spending that much money on it, and now I've come a whole 180. I wonder what changed since doing that. But anyways, but that to me seems like the point of this Loot Crate box is to get things that wouldn't normally make it to like retail, because obviously there probably wouldn't be a lot of people ready to go out and just buy a Danny figure or like the Armagon, or well, I mean Donnie is a different one. That could have been an ultimate release right there.
I mean, we're
Come
biased because he's
on,
the
man.
best turtle, but he
Come
would not
on.
have been a solo release. Like, let's
Well,
be
the
honest.
reason why I would say that is if you would combine, maybe even make it like a 2-pack or something like that. Think of the 2-packs that we've already gotten. I mean, no disrespect for like Rat King and Vernon, but like those are, I wouldn't say deep cuts, but those are like kind of a little bit veering off of the path, right? So
I'll
like,
agree about Rat King. Vernon, not so much, just because I've been slowly rewatching the old cartoon. He is in
yeah.
almost every
Well,
episode.
no, I'm not saying that he was like a small character, a small
Mhm.
role. I'm just saying that like this figure doesn't really need to exist. That's what I mean as far
Yeah.
as like being in like a 2-pack. So that could make sense for Donnie, but like I guess what my point is that like I want this to be that way.
Hmm.
And then the bonus character, of course, is like be a scratch. Like that just all makes sense to me. Which I feel like the one that released last time was just kind of more a variance of like, hey, this is what we made this, so now we have this. And this is how you get these exclusive variants. I prefer this than saying like, hey, here goes an exclusive version of like the turtle
Hmm.
that we already had before. Because that makes it more chase after the rabbit versus getting a value to your collection.
Yeah.
Does that make
I,
sense?
I, I 100% agree. And
Yeah.
Randy's even come out and said that that's the point of this loot crate, is to get figures out
Yeah.
there that they don't think would do well at Target, and they don't want to, use as Comic-Con exclusives, things that are very
Mm-hmm.
obscure, very deep cuts. So I 100% get it. I'm not against it by any means. I'm very conflicted. I have not ordered it yet because I am debating on what I want to do. I'm
Uh-huh.
for sure getting the cartoon one because I need Donnie the
I was
Dark.
like,
That's
you
a
have
given.
to.
I kind of want the Mirage one, not because of the Shredder figure, but just because I'm a huge fan of the Mirage comics. So the potential
That's
of what other stuff might come with, I'm like, okay,
that's
maybe.
fair.
But then I'm also conflicted because literally only crate out of the 3 from the last time that I got that had stuff aside from the figure I wanted was the arcade crate. Like the arcade crate, I kept the pin. I had the
Yeah.
little TV with the game on it.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And I feel like there was something else I kept from it. And like it was really cool, and I didn't expect to actually like anything from that one because I had no interest in the arcade line.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, well, at that point, if I'm getting 3, why should I not just get all 4?
And then
So I'm
get
very conflicted because like I want the Mirage stuff, even though the Mirage box last time was a little bit of a letdown aside from Shredder, which made it worth it. Um, yeah, so I'm very much like I'm for sure getting the Donatello, the Donnie the Dark.
yeah.
That's no questions asked. It's just a matter of, am I going to get the Mirage or Arcade Crate, or am I just going to suck it up and buy all
What you're end up to
4?
do.
And
Well, I mean,
then,
if you do 3, I feel like you should just do all 4.
so
You know what I
my
mean?
only argument against that is like, it's not even like these will be good trade bait. Because like
Fair.
we mentioned, like, you have a month to order them. They're very deep cuts, so I can't believe there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be like, oh, damn, come November, I missed out. Who's got one? So, like, I'm going to be stuck with a bunch of
Possible.
characters I don't want, just out of the potential of getting other cool shit with it.
Well, I mean, being the accessory whore that you are, you got the like Donnie or Donnie. Danny comes with the headset And I believe the Walkman. Like, come
I've
on,
already
you know
got one
you're
of
gonna.
those though.
Uh,
So I've got.
wait, from who though?
I don't know where it came from, but I
Oh,
had a guy in one of the Mezco groups. There's an accessory group. It's a little hard to see, but I bought it. It
uh,
has a little wire and it comes down. The little Walkman's tucked into his belt. So I
oh,
already have a Walkman
all right, that's
that
fair.
is like legit, not custom. So I don't need that. But nice try though.
Yeah,
That was my
yeah.
first
I'm just
instinct
saying.
too. Was like, ooh, damn, that's cool. But I'm like, I already have that though, and I don't really need having other characters that I'd use that on. So
Yeah, I mean, I saw that and I thought this is what's gonna get you in. That was like my Uno card right
yeah,
there. That
that
was
that
my
was
draw
the
four to
that
get
was
you
your
in there.
draw four. And
But
not gonna lie, had I not lucked out
you
and
already had
got
a draw
that,
four.
had I not had that reverse card already,
Yeah,
then you 100% would have been right. That would have been the selling point. Was I would have bought it just so I could open Danny, take the cassette player in the headset, give it to Deadpool, and then see if someone
been
wanted the
good.
figure. But yeah, that I'm lucky enough that already existed in another form, so I didn't have to.
Right.
Um,
I will say I don't know if you have more to say on like the Loot Crate box itself, but this is kind of like my wrapping up thing. I appreciate what's in this box because it also then leads to what other surprises can we get
mhm.
that would be, I don't know, whether it's like a con exclusive or something like that that could be more turtle related, and that takes away like all the like the Loot Crate boxes take away like the guess of like, are we getting Mirage stuff? Are we getting this? Or we're going for it? And now we can get even more crazier, dare I say, next mutation. I'm just putting it out there in the
You
world,
are
man.
so
I'm
wet
just
for the
putting it
next
out
mutation.
there. I just want, some new representation of those figures there. But that kind of gets me my hopes up. Or maybe I just have to wait until next year and I'll get maybe one next mutation figure in the box because they don't have faith. They will sell out. They will sell out, Randy. But yeah.
Oh
If you wanna
man. Uh,
I if you're speechless, I do have some things to say about these reaction figures.
oh, that's surprising. I figured we wouldn't even end up talking about them. I just want to throw them in because I felt it
No,
would be
it's not
unfair.
good. It's
Oh, it's not
not
good.
good. It's not good at all. Like I kind of thought I think we talked about this. I sometimes I forget what we talked about in separate chat or on the show just because we talk so much, but I remember thinking I might go with these if like the box art is just like that, just damn amazing, which the box art is good. But then looking at them again, I just don't understand how they make the jump from these reaction figures to the beautiful things we get in the like their Ultimate series. I don't understand it because these look like trash. If they were like $4.99, I would be totally after that. And I'm sorry if I offend anyone with the reaction figures, but these just I get so pissed off at Playmates for some of their like releases, and I literally enjoy like Super7 stuff now. They've created me as it made me a fan, but this is just so kind of like disappointing. It just maybe it's fitting that aesthetic that it is old school looking, but like not high budget. But I don't know. I'm trying to talk myself into why these look this way. I'm sorry if I'm being too harsh, but I just saw this and I'm like, no, not for $20 basically. Come on. That's just upsetting. And it also hurts my heart because I was really looking forward to the the Rum DMC like reaction figures because I kind of want like just
I
that would be
mean, not
cool.
all of the reaction figure lines look
That's
bad.
true. But these just it just makes me like you see the card, the artwork, and you're like, damn, and then you look at the toy and you're like,
I mean, that's the
where
point.
does these
Like,
come from,
I
man?
feel like the problem is our expectations are so much higher now because
No,
these
not
these
even,
figures are
man. Like
clearly just throwbacks to like.
these are, but these look so much worse than the Playmate figures.
Oh
Like
yeah,
GI
but
Joe reactions make sense because the figures kind of had that little weird like articulation and stood in that sort of form, but these don't. I don't know. They just rub me the wrong way, and I'm voicing my opinion. It's a safe place,
I
right?
mean, you're preaching to the choir. I have no interest in the reaction line in any sense, just because don't have a point in buying 5-point articulation figures. Like,
Fair.
if I can
Yeah,
have
but these,
a figure that can kick himself in the ass, why would I want a figure that is lucky if it can sit down? Like,
it can. It just doesn't need anything in front of it. I don't know. I just it's just a bummer because I just want to buy more things from Super 7, and that really kind of put me back in that mode. But I know we have the Ultimate line, so that's all I'm going to focus on.
Yeah, I mean,
Ultimate
Mikey
line.
should be hopefully shipping in the next month or two.
I don't say hopefully, Jesus.
Well, I'm just saying that it's supposed to be second quarter, so like
Yeah,
that's coming up, but I just don't know where in second quarter he'll be showing up.
right.
Um, as far as other things go, though, the Shadowmaster Super Shredder is kind of cool. I like that instead of going with a matte black, they have it kind of have a little bit of a purplish tint to it.
Yeah.
So like that's pretty sweet. The only thing I don't like is I wish, like, I get why it didn't, but I wish it would have came with the same cape as the original one. Like that one has just a plain black cape.
Yeah.
Instead of having like the zebra print. So if it would have came with the zebra print, it probably would have sold me on it. But it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I waited so long for mine. This is like, I wish I would have been able to wait a little bit longer and get this one, but me and Wes were talking about this, and it is kind of nice just to have the, like, if this was an additional character, which I'm not gonna buy another shredder for, but it's better just to have the accurate, one. But Sutron, that's cool. But also, you could just get some spray paint. No, I'm joking. But yeah, it's still cool. It's still cool.
I'm curious to see. Randy did say that they're gonna reveal all the contents like up close and personal of that like weird Walmart box that we're getting.
Yeah, that's what.
And I'm curious to see what the Shredder figure looks like. But I mostly want the hat. Like the Krang hat just looks so cool to me. I don't know if I'd ever have the balls to wear that in public.
To wear that in public, that's
but like at the same time, it's like it's so cool. I kind of almost don't care. Because I have a Piccolo one too. That's like that. That's his like turban thing, and it's got his ears. But I don't wear that either. It just sits in my closet because I'm a closet nerd who's ashamed to be seen in public. And I also don't go anywhere, so it's like a double whammy.
That helps as well. Well, I have it is actually like New Era, like Cleveland Indians hat, and I just did like I had the opportunity to do like a custom print and stuff, and I did the Ninja Turtle, like it's just basic, old school turtle print on the brim. I was like, this is so cool. But it just looks so childish that I never wear it anywhere.
Exactly, because you're just like, I'm gonna go into the store and like people at Target are already gonna be judging me for going into the toy section. Now they're gonna be looking at me like I'm fucking stupid because I have this like Krang hat on. So like,
but I do want to see like up close what the Shredder figure is, and it's interesting. Maybe Walmart was like, look, we need something else, and they were like, all right, we'll put something together for you.
Randy does keep tagging this person who it's supposed to be inspired by. It's supposed to be like some pinball thing, which makes me think that maybe that's the caveat to it, is it's not gonna be fully tuned. It's gonna be inspired by his artwork from the pinball machine or whatever it's supposed to be, which is just going to be retooled from all the Shredder parts. So it's not going to matter. It's still going to look like cartoon Shredder.
Plus, there's not any turtles in the box. So
yeah,
I'm sure that probably helps out a little bit to have that. So
yeah, so I'm excited to see what that is. But unless you have anything to add, I think we're done with Turtle Watch.
I've offended so many people on this episode. So
hey, it's okay because the black gorillas were the ones putting the jumpsuits.
That is true. That's true. This is my episode to do it. You got a problem with me? Look at those gorillas, okay? That's not right.
Before we wrap up the show, though, I do want to let you know about our giveaway. Once we hit 350 YouTube subscribers, we will give away a first place prize of the NECA Ultimate Metalhead action figure and a second place prize of the extra large NECA Musical Mutagen Tour merch box bundle, which includes an extra large t-shirt, a tote bag, a souvenir ticket, backstage pass, and 4 guitar picks. All you have to do, real simple, subscribe to the channel and share or retweet the giveaway post with the hashtag Modern Toyfare 100. It's, again, real easy. The easiest way to go is to go to Twitter. It's the pinned tweet. Hit retweet. Type hashtag Modern Toyfare 100, and you're done. And of course, subscribe. Right now we are sitting at, I believe, 255. So we are less than 100 away, people, to give away some free shit. So let's get going. We're almost there. It's only taken us roughly 8 months. So I mean, I've seen YouTube channels grow slower, but I'm giving away free shit here, people. What do you want from me? So go do that. I'll greatly appreciate you. But that is it for this week's Modern Toy Fair news. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Jamar, tell all of our wonderful fans once again about Why Are You a Gamer?
Why are you a gamer? If you like toys, you love video games. I'm just assuming that's the case. And I like to figure out why people like video games. So that is the gist of the show. It was it was YouTube. It was podcast audio only exclusive, which still will be audio. Just be a cool little video playing loop de loop there. Once I get that all taken care of, so you can listen to the podcast, previous ones on YouTube or on any podcast platform of your choice. It is something that was a cool passion of mine. I had a kid, delayed a lot of things. So if you would go to the YouTube channel, subscribe it, that's a good kick in the butt to get me ready to go for season 2. It's coming. It's like, I don't know, season 2 of The Boys. It might be here 2022. We'll see.
It sounds more like a Mofex figure to me, but
but yeah, that's just the good stuff over there. Also, I'll have some cool game clips. Me and Mike play video games together along with some other friends. So definitely, if you want to see some funny stuff over there, we got some replays.
Oh yeah, if nothing else, the clips of me and the shit I scream absurdly, like, it not like some of it's offensive, but most of it's pretty much just me like panicking, like a chicken with its head cut off that is being shot at by a bunch of people. So go check those out. They're quite entertaining if nothing else. However, if you enjoy my lovely voice, you can catch me over at the Gimmick Minute Wrestling Podcast, where we basically just shoot the shit on what's going on in the wrestling world. Everything from the weekly shows, the Wednesday Night Wars, the pay-per-views, you name it, we talk about it, so go check that out. However, if you'd like to just support me and my endeavors and the addiction problem that is toys and plastic goods, you can click the little link below for my TeePublic store, where I sell everything from shirts, mugs, phone cases, pillows, you name it, with our logos on them, or with other shit that I've made in Photoshop. You can even get a Why You a Gamer shirt and further support Jamar's podcast and YouTube channel. So make sure to check that out. I greatly appreciate you. As always, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you don't, Jamar's wife will probably leave him because he spends way too much time on this show. Hit the little bell to get notified when our videos go up. You've got Modern Toy Fair news on Fridays and Modern Toy Fair reviews on Mondays and Wednesdays. If for some reason, though, you don't enjoy staring at our beautiful faces, we do have an audio-only version of Modern Toy Fair news available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Cast, Spotify, and other podcast apps you know and love. So check that out, and we will see you next week. Same toy time, same Toy Fair channel. Thank you for watching.
Bye. T'Challa said bye.